trying to break through here in the second half, trailing Sacred Heart of Atherton 21-0. Dave Lewis along with Marty Lenz. Burlingame gets it first. How critical is it that they score on this possession?
Extremely. They've got to get points. They have to get points to show that they can complete a series and a drive and end it with success. I mean, 7 is the optimum, but even just to get 3 to show, okay, we can go down and score and get out between moving the ball between the 30s, because they just haven't had a chance to really get in the red zone once, and they had that, that flub of that field goal attempt.
Only one close game all year for Burlingame, the 1-point win over South San Francisco. Every other game a rout, just the one game decided by fewer than 16 points. Meanwhile, Pete Lavarado in complete control right now.
Yeah, I mean, he's got everything going. His best football player looks like he's playing his best football, and just everything else is going good. And you just talk about timely execution of plays. I mean, we talked about at the top of the broadcast about Mason Randall and about how he's just smart with the football. And again, you don't have to be, beautiful all the time, but 2 of 3, and the way he's thrown, I mean, just money passes on those 2 long, and he just looks fantastic at this point.
A year ago, Lavarado's team 13-2, reaching the state championship game. This year, a perfect 8-0. The winner of this game, the automatic berth to the CCS Open Division playoffs, along with a league championship. Philippopoulos making his adjustments, ready for the second half.
And it's going to be the key. It's just making second half adjustments.
Two touchdowns for SHP on the ground. The 1 touchdown pass. There's John Philippopoulos, year number 13. Wants to be here forever. Has his wife Anna, daughters Nicole, Alexis, and Stephanie. Places that he could stay here for 30 to 35 years, where he wants to be forever.
Well, this is a great community. I mean, this really is a great community. I can completely concur with his sentiment.
Big possession coming up for Burlingame. Down 21-0. Need a big return. Griffin and Terry. What the doctor ordered. Inside the 20-yard line.
You needed to give one of your special athletes a chance to do something special, and that's what Inieri did. And wow, he gets going. He is tough to stop.
So far bottled up on the ground, but a big return here.
Well, he just got enough space. And boy, some really nice blocking by the special teams of Burlingame. Just a nice job. Way to follow his blocks, and just some nice work on that kickoff return.
By far the best field position to begin a drive at the 15-yard line of SHP.
You have to score on this. You've gotten down this far. You have to convert this into points.
Gendro on first down. Buying time with his legs. Finds his brother Cooper inside the 10.
Same story from what we had in the first half.
Dropped immediately by Mitch Martella.
Yeah, Gendro does a nice job of throwing on the run. And his brother Cooper finding the open space.
Gave him 6 to the 9-yard line. Working from the spread. Inside handoff. Baloo. Touchdown. A must score for the Panthers.
Boy, Paulo, he just went in untouched. I mean, that was just almost like a zone read. I mean, there it is. He just follows his block, and there is the hole right up the middle.
2 plays, 16 yards.
Well, you couldn't have hoped for a better start if you're Burlingame. That's exactly what they needed to do.
Casey Kierman on for the point after. And Terry was the holder. Snap back, ball down, kick up, and good. Didn't take him long to get their first score of the night.
Well, now if you're Burlingame, you don't want to waste this opportunity by letting Sacred Heart back in with a big play and a long series on offense. You really want to keep the momentum going. You get them and you knock them out after 4 downs.
Panthers defense giving up 16 points a game. Put to the test here, needing a stop.
But that is, I mean, that's exactly what you got to do. I mean, you're desperate. Now you're like, okay, now we're back to 2 scores and we only took off 53 seconds of clock.
Was really proud of his defense in the wins over Terranova and Leland when they used some new terminology, new schemes, really put to the test here, down 14. Laverado's team will get it next. Back to return it. Griffin Kramer and Nick O'Donnell. SHP, school history, 4 league championships. Burlingame only 1.
And both these teams, I mean, you talk about a season, this is a collision course type of game.
2 teams 8-0 on the year. Division title on the line. Onside kick try.
Well, he gave that away.
Would you dare do it again?
Penalty flag is down.
Flag is down. A berth in the CCS Open Division playoffs on the line. For the section, the #1 team, according to the rankings, is Milpitas, followed by Valley Christian, Sarah, Bellarmine, 3 of the top 4 from the WCAL.
I mean, the teams in this area, they just beat the heck out of each other prior to even getting the chance in the Open. I know the coaches, I mean, they love the competition, but they sit there and say, geez, do we really have to take the lumps like this, then take the Open? I mean, I can't think of any other leagues that really have it set up like that.
Well, these 2 teams embrace the chance. Just get us there.
For Sacred Heart Prep.
Well, and you know what? For Sacred Heart, they're probably looking at redemption for last year. Burlingame is like, just get us there and see what kind of chaos we can create.
Philippopoulos asked his players, would you rather just get in and be a Division III? And all of his kids said, we want to play Open.
I love that. You know, that's the approach of saying, no, if we want to strive for as high as we can get, and so let's play for that.
Casey Kiernan to kick it away. Down 2 scores. Squibber takes a good hop. Van Sweden to the 35. Starting left cornerback.
You know what? You build your reputation as a school by showing that you're gonna strive for the highest level that you can. And again, if they wanted to do the Division III thing, that's great too. You want your kids to taste and have success. But to me, if you never take the shot, if you don't roll the dice, you'd always be saying, well, what if? At least if you get in and you don't succeed, well, at least we took our shot.
Pressure shifts to the Burlingame defense.
Well, now let's see what they come out with, because let's see if they've made some adjustments to shut down a little bit of that running game.
Mason Randall put it up only 3 times in the first half. Wing back healthy, Tinsley. Across the 40 to the 42.
Did a nice job of picking his way there. Again, being patient.
Was injured late in the first half. Back strong to start the 3rd.
Yeah, it looked like he just got a little dinger or zinger on the knee, but looking pretty good here. And just, again, does a nice job waiting for things to develop, following his blockers a little bit.
Coco Vamau making the stop for Burlingame. Ball spotted at the 42-yard line. Gave him 7 on the play. Stick with that punishing ground attack. Mahoney should be enough for a first down.
You know, that's the thing. I mean, all the backs that Sacred Heart have are great, and then you put in a Burke Hervin who's just special. I mean, that is a formidable stable of running backs.
Hammer to bring in off the bench.
Yeah.
On the 44-yard line of SHP, leading 21-7. Mason Randall under center. Tinsley in motion. That's Mahoney again. Into that second level, about 7 yards on that pickup.
And that's that quick hitter. And you have that with that kind of offense. It's just a quick hitter right up there. Before anybody knows it, you're already 2 yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Always have loved that play. Just a quick pivot, give the ball to the first back through.
Always have had good backs here at this school. Last year, Andrew Segre, a game of over 300 yards in a playoff game and 1,500 for the season. Second down. Inside Burlingame territory. Randall will take a shot. Going deep again. Pass complete. His third completion for the game. Dasbach again for a touchdown.
And that's that similar play like they scored the first time. That looks like that's a breakdown in coverage. Obviously, Sacred Heart is seeing something. Someone in the middle of that zone is not picking up that third of the field, right down the middle, right down the hash. That's all it is. I mean, he's throwing it. Randall's just throwing it right down the hash mark to his back. His H-back tight end, and there he is.
Dasbach with 9 touchdown receptions on the year, 2 tonight.
Nice touch on the ball, and again, what did we talk about with Randall? Just he's a nice, makes great decisions with the football.
2 touchdown passes to Dasbach from 39 and 44 yards out. Tinsley on for the point after. Kick is good, and SHP with the answer.
The kick is good. The score.
Well, a bunch of answers right now. That was the way to answer that drive coming out in the second half to regain some of that momentum.
28-7. Sacred Heart Prep with the lead.
You can't get into a back and forth now exchanging scores for obvious reasons, but Burlingame just got to go back and they've got to readjust on defense now. But I'll tell you what, right now Sacred Heart is just looking like a very, very balanced attack.
That's a 66-yard drive.
All right. And you don't have to be balanced by meaning literally your play balance. It's the fact that you're a dual threat to throw or run at any time. Yeah, that's a blown coverage there because he's just too wide open, and he's 5 yards behind any of the defensive backs.
Well, when you're loading up to stop the run,
yeah,
you're going to be subjected to big
You
play.
run that. I mean, it's maybe a little bit of that pick that poison, but boy, so wide open there.
Chow will kick off for Sacred Heart Prep.
Back to a 3-score game. Can Griffin and Treri make another big play? That's Derek Chow, who will kick it off for the Gators. League championship on the line. Open division playoff berth on the line.
In Treri.
Griffin and Treri make that Ben Williams. Second possession this half for the Panthers.
Not bad field position. You're what, about the 30, 29.
Panthers take over 1st and 10.
And I think they're gonna have to go to the air probably a little more than what they're comfortable. I know they only average about 12 passes a game. They're already at probably think 12 now.
First down from the 29. Avery Gendrow dropping back to throw. Looking for that security blanket, his brother Cooper makes the catch and steps out of bounds.
And I think all you can do at this point, just matriculate it down the field, as Hank Stram would like to say. Take your 7, 8, 9, 10 yards. You don't necessarily have to worry about the clock necessarily, but if you can conserve the time.
Cooper, a role player last year. This year, a two-way starter. Really emerging as a junior. Second down and 4.
In Treri.
And Treri getting to the edge. Has his first down. Stop and start and get a big chunk for the Panthers.
Well, you'll see that bounce. He threatens the line, then he bounces out. And you'll see it here in the replay. He kind of approaches the line, and then he bounces just a step out there, right there, and then winds it out, and there he attacks it again. It's almost like you suck him in with that first move, and once you suck him in, you're quick enough to bounce around him, and that's what he does.
Really bottled up in the first half. 5 carries for only 10 yards.
Looks like he's starting to finally get a little on track, though, now.
Gave him 11 on that one. First and 10 from the 46. Gendrow. Rainbow juggled, and what a catch. Duran Andrade. Nifty grab along the near sideline.
Yeah, it was. He bobbled it a little bit. And that was nice. I mean, this is, Gendrow does a nice job of throwing a little bit, stepping up in the pocket there.
Timeout.
And that is, boy, that's a nice catch. Boy, if you could review that, though, it looked almost like he trapped that. You got to be careful, don't be too exuberant.
Sacred Heart takes the timeout. Player slow to get up. Andrew Robinson. Apparently dealing with a cramp right now.
It is a dry night.
Robinson, the team's second leading tackler on the year. We'll take a break and come back with more from Burlingame right after this. 28-7. Sacred Heart on top. Still working on Andrew Robinson, inside linebacker for SHP. Apparently dealing with some kind of cramp along their sideline. His team in good position, leading 28-7.
Player for Sacred Heart is number 44, Robinson.
Mom, I want to go play this game someday.
The Panthers have 1st and 10.
First down, Burlingame. Following the great catch by Duran Andrade. Moves it down to the 40, rather the 37-yard line. $28-7, a lot of work to do. Inside handoff, Andrade. Nothing there. Loss of about 4.
Well, the running game getting a skosh more on track with Inieri, but right now the greatest damage that Burlingame is doing through the air. And I would probably continue to exploit that as much as I could, knowing, again, you're down 3 scores. If you can get it back within 2 or 1, then maybe go back to try to run balance. But I think right now you've got to score fairly quickly to keep this game at least within range.
Loss of 3, 2nd and 13. Williams split wide right, and Trary now in motion. Gendro in trouble. Ball knocked loose. Recovered by Burlingame, averting disaster.
Yeah, that would have been that. You know, that if somehow they get that and go down and score, that could have been a real nail in the coffin. But just that's good defensive play right there. And